بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
This is the story of Zawar Hussain, a 52-year-old laborer in Leah district of Punjab. He works at a brick kiln in which he transports the baked bricks in his donkey cart. It's hard work, sweating for hours in the scorching rays of the summer's sun while trying to make a living for his family. His long hours of tedious labor don't earn him much. Zawar himself was a brilliant student until the primary stage of schooling, until he, like many others, was forced to drop out of school to shoulder his father's financial burden. Eager to follow on his unfulfilled dreams of higher education, Zawar made a decision that will surely put his determination to test. Against all odds, Zawar encouraged his eldest daughter, Dilruba Khan, to seek a higher education. However, this was easier said than done, as his conservative Baloch clan came out in force, willing to do anything deemed necessary to stop Zawar.
पहले जब मैंने 10वीं में दाखिला लिया था वो बिरादरी वाले लड़ाई करते थे, ये आप क्या कर रहे हैं, हम नहीं बोलेंगे, हम बिरादरी ने मैंने बोला मैं पढ़ाऊंगा कुछ भी हो. अब जो दाखिला हुआ है वही सारे बिरादरी वाले बहुत मुबारक भी दी और खुश भी हैं और अब वो छोटी बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं.
Today, Dilruba is a proud and accomplished first-year medical student at the Sheikh Zayed Medical College Rahim Yar Khan. She is very proud to have a father who was inclined to resist the conservative mindsets and who put his own life to the side to transform her ambitions into a reality.
मेरे बाबा सारा दिन धूप में मेहनत मजदूरी करके मुझे पढ़ाते हैं, तो मुझे मेरे बाबा पे फ़ख्र है और मैं अपने फ्रेंड में बड़े फ़ख्र से बताती हूँ कि मेरे बाबा किस तरह कितनी मुश्किलात के बावजूद इतनी मुश्किलात के बावजूद मुझे पढ़ा रही हैं और मुझे मेरे बाबा पे फ़ख्र है.
While the options of getting quality higher education in the lackluster Baluchistan province were already limited, frequent terrorist attacks only made the task formidable, especially for the minority Hazara community. Things were no different for Ali Khan, the 24-year-old student from Hazara town Quetta who aspired to become a computer programmer. Ali belongs to the hard-working Hazaras who have been the victims of organized killing at the hands of extremist groups linked to Taliban. Although things have been quiet since 2013, Quetta remains a sensitive city and the fear of the unknown haunts the community.
अगरचे सर हालात तो सही दिख रहे हैं लेकिन फिर भी खौफ में रहते हैं क्योंकि अचानक से जैसे कि एग्जांपल हैं कि गवर्नर राज था, सारे बिल्कुल नॉर्मल दिख रहे थे लेकिन अचानक से जो धमाका हो गया जिसमें 100 से ज़्यादा 120 से ज़्यादा लोग मरे, तो अब भी जो है ना नॉर्मल बज़ाहिर तो नॉर्मल ही देख रहे हैं लेकिन कोई वो नहीं है, बाद में हो भी सकता है, अब भी खौफ महसूस कर रहे हैं लोग.
The compelling story of Buchan Sayeda and her sister Nalen Sayeda is one of both immense courage and resilience. Their father, a vice principal at a college in Turbat Baluchistan, was an optimistic man who chose to convert to the path of Ahlul Bayt. Sadly, in 2011, whilst he was returning from work, he was brutally murdered simply because of a change in his beliefs. Out of fear of being attacked by her own relatives, as well as other members of Taliban. Their recently widowed mother, along with her 3 daughters and her son, moved to Punjab province. But the hopes of an easy transition into a new life was soon shattered. Without their father, the young family of 5 had to battle multiple challenges.
मैं कहती हूँ वो ज़िंदगी रह ही नहीं जाती, ज़मीन आसमान का फ़र्क हो कुछ भी नहीं रह गया, बस ऐसे समझें। ये एक मौला ने हमारा साथ दिया हुआ है कि बच्चे पढ़ रहे हैं, अदरवाइज़ जीने का कोई कुछ, मैं इस बात पे कुछ भी नहीं कह सकती। यहाँ के मेरे अल्फाज भी ख़त्म हो जाते हैं, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता क्या हो रहा है।
The brave daughter of an equally brave father, Nalen vividly recalls the way her father stressed the importance of education, and despite all financial and cultural restrictions, she is determined to live her father's legacy. For many families all over the world, the cost of a higher education often is well out of budget or will practically burn a permanent hole into the common man's wallet. But with Hope Foundation's commitment to ensure that no student who deserves education should discontinue studies due to financial constraints, we at Hope took up the responsibility of fostering these promising talents.
हमारे लिया में ना हेल्थ की कोई बेसिक फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं है, तो मैं चाहूँगी कि जब मैं डॉक्टर बन जाऊँ तो मैं लिया के लोगों की खिदमत करूँ और उनमें अवेयरनेस पैदा करूँ।
With the financial assistance of Hope Foundation, Dilruba is not only changing the perceptions of others around her and able to continue her dreams, but she is also morphing into a role model for other girls in her area.
मैं तहे दिल से होप वालों का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ जिन्होंने इतना बड़ा इक़दाम उठाया। मौला पंजतन पाक उनको ज़िंदगी दराज करे और बहुत से दे, क्योंकि बड़ी खिदमत की। मेरे पास का ये रोग नहीं था, इतने पैसे मैं अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकता।
Considering the dire situation in Quetta, Hope quickly realized the need to move our brilliant minds away from the atmosphere of fear and violence. We took on a project to relocate selected students to safer areas where they could continue their education in peace. Today, Hope has relocated more than 50 students from Quetta and sponsoring all their educational and residential needs. Ali is one shining example of this ongoing effort. Here, Ali shares with us how Hope came to his help.
सर मैट्रिक के दौरान मैंने एक बार अम्मी से इज़हार किए थे अपनी ख्वाहिश के काश मेरी पढ़ाई आगे वाले वो फॉरवर्ड हो जाएं, बलूचिस्तान में ना हो। तो अचानक से होप वाली टीम से मेरा रब्ता हुआ, वो आए थे टेस्ट लेने के लिए और इन्होंने मेरे स्पॉन्सर किया, मेरी सिलेक्शन हो गई और मुझे लाहौर लाया गया। तो लाहौर में मेरी पढ़ाई हो गई। तो माँ की दुआ थी और होप वालों का बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि उन्होंने मुझे स्पॉन्सर किया और मेरा पढ़ाई यहाँ आ गया और मेरा ख्वाहिश पूरा हो गया।
Today, Ali is pursuing his dream of becoming a computer programmer at the highly prestigious Quaid-e-Azam University in Islamabad. Buchan, the eldest of 4, is a 4th-year MBBS student at Fatima Jinnah Medical University in Lahore, while her younger sister Nalen is studying ophthalmology at Al Shifa Trust Eye Hospital in Rawalpindi.
मैं बिल्कुल उसी तरह से जो है जो नीडी पर्सन्स हैं, जो नीडी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो मतलब आगे अपने कंटिन्यू रखना चाहते हैं, जो मतलब जिनके अंदर विल पावर है कि वो मतलब जिस तरह मैंने सारा कुछ मैनेज किया वो कर सकते हैं, तो मैं उनको इन द सेम वे मतलब मैं उनको स्पॉन्सर करूँ जिस तरह मैं हो रही हूँ अभी। लाइक ये मेरे ऊपर एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है जो मैंने पे बैक करनी है।
It all began in 2010, when Hope started with sponsoring educational needs of just 5 children. But as we traveled further and made effective use of your hard-earned money in the right areas, your confidence in us grew. And just last year, we were able to sponsor 2,450 students and raise nearly $500,000. With the grace of God, by 2016, we have transferred over $1.5 million to Pakistan families in need. And this money has been utilized in various educational and humanitarian projects around the country. Working tirelessly to shoulder the dismal standards of education in some of the remotest parts of Pakistan, places that are shielded from the eyes of many citizens by the media and, in most cases, forgotten in mines. Let's now take you to the various Hope Run schools, where your contributions are not just changing lives, but telling the neglected and orphans that they are not alone. Located on the flood banks of the churning waters of the River Chenab, this small and rural village has an entire population of just over 600. Practically none of the residents in this village are literate, and many are farmers. In order to turn this small village into an educational powerhouse, Hope joined hands and forces with Ames School a few years ago. And today has set up a thriving school with 215 students studying from the playgroups, similar to preschool or kindergarten, all the way up until 9th grade.
बहुत ज़्यादा चैलेंजेस यही थे कि पेरेंट्स नहीं चाहते थे बच्चे पढ़ें क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि जो रोज़ का बच्चा पैसा लाता था ना वो रुक गया है स्कूल में भेजने से। तो उस चीज़ को ज़ाहिर है मुश्किल पेरेंट्स को बताना कि बच्चा पढ़ेगा, आप लोग तरक्की करेंगे, कल को ये इलाका तरक्की करेगा।
A majority of Ames School children receive free education and scholarships, as many of the families are unable to afford such pricey fees. Situated in the rugged Suleiman mountain range in DG Khan district, the town of Saki Sarwar, named after the 13th century Sufi saint Syed Ahmed Sultan, is an underdeveloped area bordering the Baluchistan province. Although the shrine generates millions of rupees in revenue each year, the town's depleted condition screams out a tale of neglect. Needless to say, education lies very low on the administration's priority list. Against all odds, Al-Hadi School was established in 2011 and with support has been gaining grounds. Small towns like these have a history of producing world-class athletes. Who knows? One might be in the making here. There's nothing much to say about this little, almost unheard-of village in the barren area, 50 kilometers east of DG Khan. Hidden amongst dry and rugged mountains and deprived of even basic facilities, the children here have not seen the world beyond these barren hilltops. Even getting to the village is a challenge in the absence of any road network or any means of transportation. Children are forced to scale up and down the mountain path for miles in the punishing heat of the unforgiving sun, just to get to the place they call school, which consists of a sole tree to block the blistering sun and a few old rugs in the name of furniture. This school is the perfect example of the great educational mess in rural Pakistan. With its pledge to educate the poorest of the poor, Hope Foundation took up the task, providing the 40-plus students with books, stationery, and most importantly, installing hand pumps to provide access to clean drinking water.
कलम आ गया वो खुद ब खुद जो है ना नफरत करेगा बंदूक से और ये फसाद से जेड़ा झगड़ा से वो खुद ब खुद नफरत करेगा। क्या आपका दिल कहता है आप कितना पढ़े हुए हैं, आपका दिल कहता है मैं किसी फसाद में हाथ डालूं? जब आपने किसने बचाया? आपको भी कलम ने बचाया सर।
We travel to Kohat, where shrouded in the picturesque hills of Kohat is an orphanage where large numbers of young boys, many of whom lost their fathers to the brutal atrocities of the Taliban. Every child here is a victim. Each one has his own story. Most of these orphans are given top-class education at Al-Azhar School, which is a stone's throw away. The boys here have made friends with fear. Their will to become good humans and serve their country is as strong as the threats that loom overhead. They denounce terrorism and appreciate whatever little life has left for them. Pangu is another area that has been prone to sectarian violence and is considered as one of the most sensitive areas of Pakistan. Hundreds of innocent people, from laborers to teachers, have been killed here in extreme brutality.
बहुत खफा होते हैं, अपने अब्बू को बहुत मिस करते हैं।
This is the height of brutality. They've made our kids orphans. We are broken after the loss of our husbands. When our kids see other kids with their fathers, it makes our kids extremely insecure and sad. We miss them every day. We are sad every day. Every day we face painful situations, and not a day goes by that we don't feel their absence.
Running a school in such insane circumstances requires much more than just financial resources.
धमाके स्टार्ट हो गए 2006 से, अगवा हुआ, टीचर्स को कत्ल करना शुरू हुआ, यहाँ तक कि पकड़ के उसको अगवा करके वहाँ मार देते थे और सर को तन से जुता करके भिजवा देते थे। हर दूसरे तीसरे दिन यही लाशें आती थी शहीद शुहदा की, और यहाँ पे कुराम मच जाता था। तो हालात तो बहुत मुश्किल है यहाँ पे, अभी भी मुश्किल हैं, बल्कि उससे ज़्यादा टफ हो गए।
Uswa Public School, in collaboration with Hope Foundation, has been committed to the mission of providing quality education to the orphans and terrorism victims in an extremely dangerous situation. The children and staff live under constant threats of attacks, but have learned to negotiate with fear.
Hope Foundation! Let's go!
होप से हमें यहाँ पे ये फ़ायदा मिलता है कि पेरेंट्स को ये फ़िक्र नहीं होती कि उनके बच्चों की एजुकेशन ख़राब हो जाएगी, या उनके पास किताबें नहीं आएंगी, बुक्स नहीं आएंगे, कॉपीज़ नहीं होंगी। हमेशा यहाँ पे जब भी असम्बली होती है, स्पेशली हम उन लोगों के लिए पहले दुआ करते हैं जो हमारे बच्चों के हेल्प करते हैं। पहले उनके लिए दुआ करते हैं, फिर अपने लिए करते हैं।
An area even more devastated by sectarian violence in Pakistan, so dangerous that our video team was advised to avoid travels, is Parashinar. The ongoing violence since 2007 has left thousands widowed and orphaned. This year alone, over 300 innocent lives have been lost at the hands of Taliban. Despite the risks, Hope Foundation has been working in this unsafe region. In a recent fundraising campaign for Parashinar, Hope provided timely food supplies and education funds to 18 suffering families. However, more families are in need of your support. Hope Foundation's efforts are obviously not limited to a particular faith or sect or race. Rather, they are meant for all those deserving students who have the thirst of knowledge but cannot afford it. Living up to its commitment, Hope has been providing support to schools from different faiths. St. George's School in Johanabad, Lahore, a Christian community, is one such shining example. With Hope's support, students at St. George's School have time and again earned excellent marks in the provincial board examinations, mostly from hard-working, low-income families that cannot afford exorbitant school fees. The students of this school can reap the benefits of quality education at an affordable cost. Deprived of not even a drop of water, hit by famine so immeasurable, and with never enough food to eat, this is the most inhospitable place to live in Pakistan. Since 2011, more than 15,000 children have died because of malnutrition. The story of the people of Thar is that of struggle and endeavor. But somehow, they have developed a strange relationship with hardship and learned to coexist with the most inhospitable environment imaginable. Temperatures in this 22,000 kilometer arid zone stays well above 50 degrees Celsius for months. Water, which is always hard to find, is the most precious commodity. With most wells dried up due to lack of adequate rainfall, women in these villages brave heat and exhaustion to walk for miles many times every day to fetch water. To help ease the situation, workers had to dig as deep as 800 feet to bring out water. As the underground water here has high quantities of iron, salt, sulfate, and fluoride, reverse osmosis plants that run on solar energy are installed for its purification. Considering the catastrophic situation, Hope decided to take on a project to give locals access to clean drinking water. Today, we have installed 15 hand pumps, 10 manual wells, and 11 solar wells. However, Hope realized there was another urgent need of this area as important as water: education. Hope Foundation established a school in Ratnayari village where more than 60 students from some of the most underprivileged homes are enrolled. Cut off from the outside world, none of these children have even enjoyed a car ride. Coming to this school is a life-altering experience for them, and they too are in no mood to let this chance slip through their fingertips. A few kilometers from this school, another modest setup for girls is trying hard to deliver the basics. With high birth and staggering infant mortality rates and malnutrition problems, qualified teachers are trying their best to impart knowledge that is essential for these girls at every level. We have come this far with the help of the Almighty and through your generous support. And at each step, like always, we will need your support. Your support can give these children the very much needed hope to change their lives for good, forever.
एक तेरे सिवा मेरे मौला बेकस का सहारा कोई नहीं कश्ती है भंवर में तेज हवा कश्ती है भंवर में तेज हवा मझदार किनारा कोई नहीं एक तेरे सिवा मेरे मौला 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 एक तेरे सिवा